Hey y'all, what's up? Listen, okay, so I am a little late today, right? It's 9:04. However, I did get Facebook to connect to my desktop, so I'm able to connect with you on my desktop instead of my phone today, which means I won't be doing this number right here. So I'm super excited about that because my arms get tired, y'all. What's up? What's up, guys? It is day 7 of 30 of your free homeschool coaching. Where y'all at? Where y'all be? It is Friday night. I know y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all come on in here. Come talk to me a little bit. I'm going to share and get some people in the room. In the meantime, y'all come on in here and you share as well. Let's talk. Let's talk about our first week of homeschooling. Let's talk about how it went, what we needed help with. And then listen, all you old heads that have been homeschooling for a while, this is nothing new to you. However, you are needing some help. Let's talk, y'all. I'm going to share out. I'm going to share to a couple of groups. I lie, probably like 5 groups. But in the meantime, y'all go ahead and come in. Okay. Hey, go answer the door. Your dad is fired. I just told him I was going live. Dear. Y'all come on in here. I'm sharing to my other business pages. Y'all come on in here though. Let's see what's going on, what questions you have. I'm going to share into one more group. Let's see. I lied. Probably 2 more groups. Y'all bear with me. But I do have free homeschool coaching for you today. Let's see. If you're new, say, hey, what's up? If you're coming in. If you're old, say, hey, Guru, hashtag Guru Click so I know who you are. But I'm sharing one more time, I promise. Just one more time. One more time. But y'all can share plenty of times, right? Y'all don't have to stop here. Let's see. One more time and then I'm done. But y'all come on in and say, hey, what's up? Hey, Denny. If you can, come in here and share, please. Let's get some people in the room. It's better when y'all are here talking to me, right? I'm not talking to myself. It's a lot better, way better. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to open it up on my phone so that I can read the comments. But it is Friday and it is your 7th day of free homeschool coaching. I got some messages about my shirt that you might be able to see it a lot better on this camera. Let me see. Let me stand up, y'all. Hopefully I'm not too tall and I don't knock my thing down. There you go. Okay. So we homeschool too. That's the shirt that I had on yesterday, so I wore it again so you guys could see it. That link is in the actual comments in the beginning. And if you use the code HSGuru, you'll get 15% off. So let me add that in there. Let's see, but let me know if you have any questions. Let's see. All right, I think I'm done. How do I do it though? Let's see. It's not letting me enter it in. Oh Lord, there goes save. Okay, so if you're new here, say, hey, what's up, guys? What's up? We've got a total of 13 people in the room. Let's get this started. Let's have a conversation. I will tell you a little bit about our day. Today marks the ending of our spring-ish break. We don't really take a spring break. We do school year round. And the way that we do it is we do 6 weeks on, so 6 weeks of working, and then we take 1 week off. And so this is our 1 week off. We were supposed to be traveling this week. Unfortunately, we are unable to because of what's going on. And so we are at the house. So the kids have kind of been doing whatever they wanted to do. lots of video games because we don't typically allow video games during the week. They've gone outside almost every single day except for today and I believe one other day because it was raining. But we have been pretty much just letting them do whatever it is that they wanted to do. But in a normal circumstance, our normal schedule is Monday through Thursday, and then we take off on Fridays. So our kids would be off anyway on a Friday. All they have to do is get up and do their chores around the house, and then they would be able to have whatever free time they wanted. So that is a typical school day for us, a school week for us. But what questions do you have for me today? I have been posting a lot of resources. Stay tuned because I'm seeing more, and every time that I see them, I'm sharing them out. The boot camp today, the boot camp was great. I had a total of 200 people that registered, right? 200 people that registered, but only like 10 showed up. It happens all the time. People will register, especially when it's free. They'll jump on and then they forget that they have registered for it. So I had 200 people register for it. Only 10 people showed up, and what they got, they listened to all of the presentation, and then they had an opportunity to ask whatever questions they wanted to ask me. But they also got the mastermind at a discounted price. So they got $20 off the mastermind just by being at the boot camp. And that typically happens when I have stuff that I'm giving for free. I tend to try to give some type of discount or something to that effect to make sure that people are able to participate or get the help that they need. So if you weren't there, you missed out on that blessing. They got $20 off a month, and they'll be locked in at that price. That normal price is $49 a month, so they'll only be paying $39 a month. So that was a blessing that I was able to help with, and I'm going to put another link here. Let's see. Does anybody else have any questions? Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get this information for you, but in the same token, I am here to assist you during your journey. So this is for old heads, this is for new heads, this is for old school, new school. Like, what is it that y'all need? What can I help you with? What kind of questions can I help you with right now? Let's see. Let me add that to there too also. So here are the Homeschool Masterminds if you are interested in that. Nobody has any questions, or is my screen just not moving? Hold on. Let's see. I forgot you're an hour behind me. I missed the class. Oh, you missed it today, LaToya? Yikes. Hey, Charity. So what questions do y'all have? Y'all old heads, I'm going to put it on you, Denny. I'm going to put it on you, LaToya, and Charity. What are some questions that you would have liked answered when you first started this journey with homeschooling? What is something that you thought would have been very helpful to you back in the day? I'm going to put it on y'all. I'm waiting for you, but in the meantime, I'm adding some information in there as well. Let's see what they say. What is something that you would have liked to know? I think what I would have liked to know is that I wasn't meant to replicate public school at home, but we've talked about that over and over again. I kind of don't want to talk about that again. Oh, and LaToya just said that. How funny. We'll talk about it. We'll go ahead and talk about it. So again, the joy of being a homeschooler is that you have the freedom to create whatever you need or whatever your child needs. And one of the biggest problems that we have as homeschoolers, and I will say we, like me, I will take responsibility for it, is that I often try to create or recreate the public school system. And when you are homeschooling, it makes it difficult. And like I mentioned today in my class today, most places when children come home, that's their place of safety and peace. Unless there's some circumstances, we all know about those different circumstances that are going on that are very unfortunate, but typically the house is where they get their peace, right? This is where they can be the freest. This is where they can be themselves, their natural goofy selves, right? They can do that. And so when you're homeschooling, you want to continue to foster an environment for that. So even though they're able to go to school and then come home and be silly, you also want to give them the opportunity just to be silly just because they're at home. And it's difficult to be silly and be your true self and not think that your mom or your dad is not going to jump all down your throat when you're in the process of trying to be you as a little kid. And so it is big, and it is very important for us as homeschoolers to remember to foster that environment of being a peaceful environment. And that may mean, for me, for instance, it's typically not the kids that are, set off and frustrated. It's usually me. I typically remove myself. I call it a timeout. I will literally step away from my kids, go to my room. If I have to lay down for 15 minutes to fix my attitude, then I do that. If I need to, like, maybe I didn't get up this morning and didn't take the time to take a shower, and now I want to go ahead and take a shower to kind of refresh or start new, that is what I do. And so I want to keep you in mind that, again, the home is a peaceful place. It should be a peaceful place, and you don't want to create more friction than there's already going to be. So I would suggest that you do take your mommy breaks. You do. We started doing tea time at our house. I know it sounds lame. It sounds really lame. However, my children and I enjoy drinking tea. My kids enjoy drinking tea as well. And so we do tea time. So we'll make a cup of tea, make a cup of hot chocolate, whatever the case may be, and they'll sit for 15 minutes or 30 minutes and do their own thing. As they've gotten older, it's grown from 15 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour. And basically what that is just alone time, right? You're not on the TV, you're not disturbing other people in the family, you're not doing a bunch of like making a ruckus, making noise. I usually go to my room and maybe read a book, or we'll sit on the couch and everybody's reading a book. They may play like some type of board game, but it has to be quiet. But basically it's a time for us to decompress. And so I would suggest that, especially when they're younger, start teaching them that there's space, there's a place and there's a time to be quiet and to sit and just be with yourself, and start teaching them when they're young how to do that. And you start that in little increments. So that may be 5 minutes. Okay, Susie, we're going to sit down, or Bobby, whoever, we're going to sit down and we're going to do quiet time, whatever you want to call it, for 5 minutes. You can play with your Legos quietly, you can read quietly, you can draw quietly, you can do whatever you want to do, but for 5 minutes, everybody's going to sit quietly and enjoy the peace. So do that and start working up to bigger increments, and that will assist you during the day when you're going nuts because there's so much going on. And like I said, it's typically me. My husband and I, again, we own 3 businesses. So like one business is usually like ring, 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 ring. And then there's paperwork on the other side. And then my kids need my attention. And so I have to decompress myself in that moment and not take that frustration out on them and what it is that they need. Y'all let me know if you have any other questions. Oh, Denny said that too. Don't try to recreate what you thought school should be. Exactly. Charity says curriculum, supplies needed, and cost. Okay, so I homeschooled my children for the last few years by creating my own curriculum, and I actually have taught several people how to create their own. Charity and Denny being one. I think Latoya may have caught that very first class as well. And so I teach parents how to create their own curriculum just by using the stuff that they have, the library, the internet, all that stuff, those books, those Who Was books, we have tons of those. I teach them how to create their curriculum. And so homeschool doesn't have to be expensive. It's a matter of what you want and what you are trying to do. For instance, right now, for the first time, I'm going to probably be buying curriculum, and it's on the higher end of curriculum because my business, all my business stuff is picking up so much that I'm missing some key points on my kids' education. So in order to prevent that from happening, I am going to actually purchase curriculum, and we're going to work it that way. But curriculum doesn't have to be expensive. There are homeschoolers that homeschool for completely free, besides the programs. So besides Discovery K-12, Easy Peasy, Khan Academy, in spite of all of those, they do other things to homeschool their children completely free. And it's definitely an option. It's definitely something that you can do, and you can do it successfully. Even right now, with the libraries being closed, you can log on to your library. Like we're able to log on. We can do Hoopla. We can do Overdrive. They have the encyclopedia at the actual local library that we can log into. And then I also have books that I can do through Scribe, which is not connected with the library. It's a different business or program, but I like it a lot better than the other ones. So you can homeschool for free if you want to. You can pay a bunch of bucks and have somebody come in and outsource school. And so outsourcing, again, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but basically you have someone teach your child a particular course or homeschool your child. Or you could go buy an expensive curriculum. It's all up to you. Let's see, Denny says, be more relaxed. I agree, Charity. Cost alone. Yeah, cost can be expensive, but it's all up to you and what you choose. And so you just have to be mindful of that when you're doing that. Charity said, I wish someone had told me to chill out. I know, me too. Loretta says, hey, Loretta, curriculum, state guidelines, and transcripts. Okay, so there are tons of options as far as curriculum is concerned. I keep meaning to get that book for you guys. I have a book on my shelf. I've bought it twice, actually, and given it away twice. No, bought it 3 times then. Or did I? I don't see it. So maybe I gave it twice and didn't replace it the 3rd time. But there is a book that I have. It's by Kathy Duffy, and it talks about the 102, I think, ways or different curriculums, and it breaks it down for you. It's an amazing book. Check that book out. I do not know where it is at all. I know I have bought it twice, but I thought I had bought it 3 times. But I bought it twice and gave it away at least once, but I can't find the other copies. So maybe I did give both copies away. I don't know. So that's good. State guidelines are simple. If you go to HSLDA, I always get it backwards, hslda.org, you can look at your state guidelines on there. They have them listed on how to withdraw, how to get started, what's required as far as the actual curriculum, what's required as the hours and the times. So the HSLDA, Homeschool Legal Defense Association, I think it is, I believe it is, they have all the laws and all that stuff that you need to figure out that information. Transcripts are fairly easy. You can create, maybe, Loretta, this ain't the first time you done asked me about transcripts, is it? I don't think it is. Maybe we need to do a transcript writing course. Let me write that down. Maybe I'll teach it to the Guru Click, though, since you keep asking. But I think you've asked me that before. Transcripts are pretty easy. They're not as difficult as you think they are. And you can find all kind of templates online, but also you can create your own, very simple, very easy. You can create it based off of course, so you can do all of your history, all of your math together. You can do it chronological. It's up to you, whatever you choose. I was just putting this. Okay. How to find what colleges in your area require. Should that be your child's goal? Okay, so Charity is asking about colleges. So what I would say before you even move towards colleges is you start having that conversation with your child around the 7th or 8th grade and determine whether or not they want to go to college. They may not want to go to college and find a different way. In the meantime, though, you can do 2 things. You can have them take the CLEP test, which is CLEP. And basically, they study for these courses. They go and they take a test and they earn credit based off of the knowledge that they learn. So they earn college credit. That is how you have a 14-year-old or a 16-year-old graduating with a high school diploma and a bachelor's degree, because they're getting those credits beforehand and then doing the other classes also at the same time. So they study for the test and they get a credit if they pass the test, and then they move on from there. So it's a matter of what your child, A, what your child wants, if they want to go to school, B, then you contact whatever college they choose and see what they accept and what they don't accept. Because not all schools accept CLEP, not all schools accept homeschool accredited courses. So like for instance, and that's kind of sticky in itself. Remind me, Charity, to mention about accreditation. Okay, remind me, because that's a big question as well. Some schools actually do not take, so like in Texas, we're considered a private school. They can take whatever courses that we say. So if we say the child took AP Science, then that is what it is. But there are a lot of states that require more than that. So that's something you definitely need to look into. What I tell parents to do when I'm coaching them or doing a client type of situation is you're going to plan their school year backwards. So start around 7th or 8th grade, right? You're going to start planning, but you're going to start from the back. So you're going to start from where they want to go to college and what it takes to get into there. And then you're going to go backwards all the way to the 7th grade. That's how you're going to plan. Now that will take some time and that will take, some detail, but it's worth it in the long run, because what you don't want to do is to keep moving forward all the way through high school and then find out senior year that you don't have whatever it is that you need to get into the college that they choose. If 7th or 8th grade is too early for you, maybe that's something like, I have a kid who at this point is still trying to figure things out. So he's not quite sure if he even wants to go to college. So I wouldn't start with him in 7th and 8th grade, but when he gets older, 9th and 10th grade, I'll start working backwards. So I would start working from his goal and then figure out how I get him to his goal and then plan based off of that. So 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th. How do I get him to the end game? So that's how I tell my clients to do, is plan backwards. So see the end, see what's required. Always check those standards too. So check them every year, whenever you're planning, whatever the case may be, and then plan backwards to get to wherever you need to get to. The amount of curriculum that is available can be overwhelming. You don't need to spend a lot of money on books, plenty of free resources. You're absolutely correct. I'm sharing tons of resources, and the good thing about it is, because of what is going on in the nation right now, everybody's giving away free stuff, right? They're like, you get 3 months free, you get 3 months free, you get 3 months free. So even if you're not a part of the temporary homeschool crowd, you're a part of the actual, like, this is something you do on a day, like this is your lifestyle. You have an opportunity to take advantage of all of these resources where they're providing steep discounts or free so that people can educate their children. Now, their hope is that if you get that free and do it for 2 or 3 months, then you won't be able to live without it and you'll purchase it later on. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. So definitely take advantage of all the free stuff. Charity says, Garrett's stressing out right now. Nightmares, social anxiety amped up to see. So we set everything aside to just give him a chance to rest, reset. Absolutely. And you can do that, Charity. Absolutely. That's another beautiful part of homeschool. I encourage daycare parents to let their kids be bored. If they aren't bored, they'll never learn to use their imagination and be creative or have creativity. So you're absolutely correct. So in that moment, in that space, it is okay for your child to be bored. This is what I do. See, my kids know when I say this is it. Mom, we're bored. My response to them is, you better find something to do before I find you something to do. Because if I find you something to do, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a chore, or it's going to be go read a book, or it's going to be go write a paper, something to that effect. Go through your clothes and see what you can give away. Like, it's going to be work. So my kids are aware that that's what I do. So they don't even do that. Now they're being more creative and are able to use their imagination. Charity says the class really does save a small fortune. It does. It absolutely does. Are you talking about the, what class are you talking about, Charity? Hey, Kia. Yes, HSLDA does have a transcript program, but you have to pay, you have to join them to be a part of that. So that's a key, but you're absolutely correct. Good idea on a transcript class. Okay, that's something I'll do then. No, I was stating the things that new homeschoolers normally ask about. LOL. Oh, okay, my bad, Loretta. I don't accuse you. I thought you would ask me about that because I know your daughter's in high school, is older. But yeah, so transcripts are easy to put together. They're really easy. They're not as difficult as they seem. You think that they have to be they do have to be detailed, but you think it's a lot more to it than what it is. It's really not that difficult. Charity says, don't forget to mention that you can, in some states, skip college and debt and go straight into apprenticeship and making money right away. That is correct. So you can be an apprentice. So straight out of high school, you can be an apprentice and then go right to whatever job profession that you want to go into. So that's something to think about. So again, think about the end game for those older kids. Like, for instance, Charity's son, his end game is he wants to be an electrician. So she is in the process of getting him to that end point. So she started planning that way in advance and start working towards that. So when they get older, plan it backwards. So if they're in 12th grade, their goal is to go to, I don't know, their goal is to go to Texas A&M. So you contact Texas A&M, you find out what they take as far as homeschool credits is concerned, what they need to get into the schools. Like, some schools don't even require you to take the SAT or the ACT. Not saying that Texas A&M is one of them. I don't know that for sure. But some schools don't even, require that you take that. But contact them and find out what they need, what they're required, and then plan your schoolwork, his schoolwork for the next 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, based off of what Texas A&M needs at the end. So to get him into Texas A&M. And another thing too is keep track of the things that they're taking as they're taking. That is a key thing. Okay. So don't wait until senior year to try to come up with everything they've taken for the last 4 years. If they do volunteer service, if they do anything like that, keep a list of those things that they do so that when you're preparing all that stuff for college, you have it all together and you're not going, didn't you volunteer like in 2019 for like a month? Where did you volunteer? You volunteered with House of Hope. Where did you volunteer? Like, so you're trying to think about it. So when it's happening, like keep a running list. Okay, so say for instance, March 2020, from the 1st until the 31st, he volunteered with a local hospital to make sure everything was good. Like, make sure you're keeping up with it as you go. Don't wait to the last minute. Oh, create your own. Thank you. Sorry, I was like, what class? But yeah, I did teach Charity how to create her own curriculum. I taught Loretta as well. I taught Danny, and I believe, like I said, Latoya was in that class as well. But I walk it step by step, teach you how to write your own curriculum where you don't have to purchase that. So that is another course that I have. I can put that in the link as well if you want that. That is a premium course. So let's see. It's a little different than anything else because it is a premium course. But it's great. Let's see how to transition launcher. Let me see if I can chow. I'll add that link later because I don't see it right now. There we go. Never mind. So let me get that link for you as well. That's a really good course to take if you're interested in learning how to write your own curriculum. Let's see. Let me go back down the comments there. We went from 8 a year to nothing. Yeah. Oh, wow. So there you go. Charity saved over $800 just by taking the How to Write Your Own Curriculum course. So instead of her paying for a curriculum, she was able to create her own. So she ended up saving $800. I told you the only curriculum that I have purchased this entire, well, that's a lie. I purchased 2. I purchased math curriculum because I suck at math. And I will probably forever do that unless I get somebody to teach it to them. And then I also have some ELA curriculum that I use along with it. But everything else I pretty much planned. Up until this year, I wrote their curriculum for all 3 kids and planned it. Used Teachers Pay Teachers, used outsource.com, used outschool.com, sorry. Used, let's see, what else did I use? I used a little bit of Easy Peasy. If you know me by now, you know I'm not a fan of Easy Peasy. It is dry as all get out, but it may work for you. It may work for your child, but my kids were looking at it like, child. And then I used Power Homeschool last year for my daughter. Now, does anybody else have any questions? Does TCC require ACT and SAT? I am not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that, Loretta, to be honest with you. But ask. There are some schools that do not require it at all. But definitely ask. And the thing too is, especially with TCC and the Dallas County ones, you can take college courses now and get credit for them for free and not have to pay for them when they graduate high school, but they have to be in high school. So if you're going to go ahead and put her into college courses now, even if it's just one, right? If you're going to put her in one now, you'll save money as well, taking those college courses now while she's under the age and still in high school, than waiting until she graduates and take it. It's a part of the perk with being with Dallas County and I believe Tarrant County. I'm 100% sure on Dallas, but I'm not sure about Tarrant, where high school students can go to those community colleges and take credits for free. So that's definitely something you should look into. Then he says, yeah, we stopped using Easy Peasy as well. Yeah, Easy Peasy is dry, y'all. It's dry. Like, Easy P is dry. It is dry. But if you're looking for somewhere to start, it's definitely a place to start to get yourself started in. But it was definitely dry for us. Yeah, check Loretta. I'm not sure 100% on TCC, but I know Dallas does. So does anybody else have any questions? Before I jump off of here and head over to Instagram, I go live on Instagram at 9:45 at the talking about different things. So I give them a coaching as well. Some things that I want y'all to remember. I gave y'all a list of things, right? So the t-shirt, why we homeschool too. Let me lean back. As if I needed to do that and make something look bigger than they already do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to stand up so you can see it again. But this is the t-shirt. It's super comfortable. We homeschool too. I have posted a link in the comments on that. And if you use the code HSGuru, you get 15% off on the t-shirts or any t-shirts that she has. The Multi-Ethnic Homeschool Moms Conference is coming, and the tickets go on sale in 2 days. So I posted a link on there. Y'all go ahead and register, because as soon as the ticket sales are live, you can go ahead and get that. And then also the free homeschool summit is going on right now. It ends. It's no longer free after the 24th. They begin to charge on the 24th. So join it now. Get all of the information that you need or that you think you may need on there. It's completely free. Just click the link and then join, and you're done. You can choose whether or not to pay now for lifetime access, or you can just join and get free access until the 24th. It's up to you. And then also I have my Homeschool Masterminds, which is every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do group coaching with a bunch of ladies. We get on there. We go on Zoom, they talk about their week, they ask questions, they get one-on-one coaching about their situation. Like, it's not just a broad topic like this type of situation. We are actually having conversations about their life and what's going on there. It's really great. It has been groundbreaking for me personally, because I've received a lot of information that I typically would not have received without doing a group session. A lot of people can't necessarily afford the one-on-one coaching session. However, they need the coaching, and so that's one of the ways that they get it. So instead of paying for one session, a lump sum for one session, they pay a monthly fee and get 4 sessions every month. And so that's how we're doing that. It's working out. It's great. It's amazing. So if you want to join that, I have posted the link in the comments as well. Let's see. So does anybody else, you said I'm going to look into those free courses. Yeah, look, Loretta, I think for Dallas County, you have to be in Dallas County. So I would imagine that in Tarrant County, you have to be in Tarrant County as well. But just check on it, Loretta, and ask. They may say it's changed since then. But the last time I checked, it was not. You know, I told you that my daughter was going to the Art Institute, and she was taking credits beforehand as well and getting those too. So try those. Try it. The answer is no unless you ask. Free is my favorite. I know, right? Free is everybody's favorite. Nobody has time to be shoving all this money out. So listen, I think I'm going to do that transcript class for you guys in the Guru Click, because I have been ignoring y'all a little bit. I feel a little guilty. So I'm going to do that for y'all. I am definitely going to do it. Just don't know when it's going to be. It's probably going to be next week sometime towards the ending. So does anybody else have any questions? If not, I'm going to jump off of here. Y'all let me know. I'm going to wait just a quick second, and then y'all let me know. Y'all are so funny. Mine too. Everybody likes free. Stay healthy and safe, ladies. Thank you, Sean. You're welcome, right? Stay healthy, y'all. I'm not going to lie. It's been raining a lot down here in Texas, like pouring. And it's kicking up allergies around here. And I coughed. Like last night, I was like, and my kids were like, I'm like, it's fine. It's just drainage. It's good. Let me go take an allergy pill. No big deal. They were not trying to hear it, though. They were not trying to hear it at all. All right, so I'm going to jump up off of here, guys. Don't forget that we are going live every night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow marks day 8. Bring your questions, your comments, and concerns. Shoot, we can just sit here and shoot the stuff. You know what I'm talking? We don't have to necessarily talk about homeschooling at this point, because it's going to be the weekend. Grab a glass of wine and chill, right? Do whatever it is that you need to do. So I'll be here again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, ready to talk with you, talk with some more adults, and not fight with my kids. Don't judge me. I'll be ready to talk with y'all tomorrow, okay? Y'all have a good night. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your babies. I'll see y'all later. Bye.